October 23rd, 2025, the day the basketball world stopped breathing. While fans across America prepared to celebrate the tip-off of a new NBA season, federal agents were kicking down doors, slapping handcuffs on legends, and exposing a criminal empire so vast, so technologically advanced, so deeply embedded in the heart of professional basketball, that it would make your blood run cold. This isn't just another sports scandal. This is the story of how organized crime, NBA superstars, and tens of millions of dollars in fraud nearly destroyed the integrity of the game we love. And trust me, by the time we're done here, you'll question everything you've ever watched. Good morning. Today, we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Cosa Nostra. When the FBI director himself steps up to a podium, you know the world is about to explode. Kash Patel didn't come to play games. He came to announce the end of an era. Chauncey Billups, Mr. Billups. Big shot, five-time NBA All-Star, Finals MVP, Hall of Famer, head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, arrested. Terry Rozier, Miami Heat guard, making $26 million a year, arrested. Damon Jones, former NBA player and coach, arrested. Over 30 individuals taken down across 11 states in a coordinated federal takedown that reads like a Hollywood thriller. But this wasn't Hollywood. This was real life, and the charges were absolutely devastating. Wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, armed robbery, and illegal gambling tied directly to four major mafia families: the Bonanno, the Gambino, the Genovese, the Lucchese, all working together in an unholy alliance to rig poker games, manipulate NBA outcomes, and drain victims of at least $7 million. And here's the terrifying part. Investigators believe that number could be tens of millions higher. Let me paint you a picture of what was really happening behind closed doors. Imagine you're a wealthy businessman, a tech entrepreneur, maybe a hedge fund manager with money to burn and a love for basketball. You get an exclusive invitation to a high-stakes poker game in the Hamptons, in a Manhattan penthouse, in a luxury suite in Las Vegas. And sitting across the table from you is Chauncey Billups, a basketball legend, a Hall of Famer whose very presence makes you feel like this is legitimate, like this is the real deal. You're starstruck. You're excited. Think you're about to have the night of your life. But what you don't know, what you can't possibly know, is that every single person at that table except you is in on the scam. The dealer, part of the conspiracy. The other players, all conspirators. Even the celebrity face card, the famous athlete whose name drew you in, allegedly part of the operation. And the technology they're using against you is straight out of a spy movie. Custom-modified shuffling machines with hidden cameras inside, reading every card as it's dealt, and transmitting that information wirelessly to someone off-site who can see your entire hand. X-ray tables that allow conspirators wearing special glasses to literally see through the cards lying face down. Marked decks, visible only to people wearing special contact lenses, invisible to your naked eye. Poker chip trays fitted with hidden cameras, capturing every angle. You're not playing poker. You're being systematically robbed by a criminal enterprise backed by the most dangerous organized crime families in America. One victim lost $1.8 million in a single session. Another victim tried to walk away, tried to refuse payment when he realized something was wrong, and was met with threats, intimidation, and the kind of pressure that only the Mafia can apply. This wasn't a game. This was organized crime in its purest, most ruthless form. But the poker scheme was just the beginning. The other half of this nightmare involves something even more sinister: the manipulation of actual NBA games. Operation Nothing But Net exposed an insider sports betting conspiracy that strikes at the very heart of what makes basketball meaningful. From December 2022 to March 2024, players and coaches allegedly leaked confidential information about injuries, player availability, and game plans to betting syndicates, who would then place massive wagers with guaranteed outcomes. Think about that. Guaranteed outcomes. That means the games you watched, the moments you celebrated, the bets you placed as a fan, they might not have been real. March 20th, 2023. Charlotte Hornets versus New Orleans Pelicans. Terry Rozier allegedly texts his childhood friend that he's planning to leave the game early with a fake shoulder injury. He plays exactly 9 minutes and 34 seconds before exiting. His conspirators, armed with this insider knowledge, place over $200,000 in wagers on underbets for Rozier's statistics. When he walks off that court, those bets hit, generating tens of thousands in profit. The cash was later counted at Rozier's own home. February 9th, 2023, Lakers versus Bucks, a nationally televised marquee matchup. Damon Jones, working as an unofficial assistant coach with the Lakers, allegedly leaks confidential information that LeBron James will sit out due to an unreported foot injury. Bettors place massive wagers before the public knows, before the betting lines adjust, cashing in on insider information that gives them an unfair advantage. March 24th, 2023, Portland Trail Blazers versus Chicago Bulls. Someone matching Chauncey Billups' exact description, an Oregon resident, former player from 1997 to 2014, coach since 2021, allegedly tips off bettors that the Blazers will rest their star players. Portland gets blown out by 28 points and the syndicate cashes in. Do you understand what this means? This means that every time you sat down to watch a game, every time you analyzed the matchups, debated the strategies, celebrated a victory, or mourned a loss, there's a chance it was all theater, a performance designed to hit betting lines and enrich criminals. The NDA investigated Rozier back in 2023 when DraftKings flagged unusual betting patterns. They cleared him. They didn't have enough evidence, but federal investigators, with subpoena power, wiretaps, text messages, and financial records, built a case so airtight that it resulted in federal indictments carrying up to 20 years in prison per count. Tim Donaghy, the disgraced former NBA referee who was convicted in 2007 for betting on games he officiated, has been speaking out about this scandal, and his words should terrify every basketball fan. I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg. When you talk about arrests being made by the FBI, the guys that are arrested are going to sit down, be scared to death with what they're facing, and start to cooperate. This thing is going to spread like wildfire, and you're going to find out this is a lot bigger than it is right now. Bigger, more names, more players, more coaches, possibly referees. The web could extend far beyond what we're seeing today. The fallout has been catastrophic. Chauncey Billups, placed on indefinite leave, his Hall of Fame legacy now forever tainted by federal charges. Terry Rozier, benched indefinitely, facing a potential lifetime ban from the NBA that would void his $96 million contract. If convicted, these men don't just lose their careers, they lose everything: their reputations, their freedom, their place in basketball history. And the NBA itself faces an existential crisis. Commissioner Adam Silver and the league embraced gambling partnerships after the 2018 Supreme Court decision that legalized sports betting across America. They signed massive deals with DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, generating hundreds of millions in revenue. Broadcasts now feature betting odds, prop suggestions, real-time line movements. They integrated gambling so deeply into the fan experience that critics warned this exact scenario would happen, and now it has. The league that bet big on gambling is now paying the price. Can the NBA survive this? Can fans continue to trust that what they're watching is legitimate competition? Can the sport recover from what could be the biggest integrity scandal in its history? This is a watershed moment, a before and after dividing line in basketball history. For those of us who love this game, who grew up watching these players, who invested ourselves emotionally in every season, this is a painful reckoning. We have to face the possibility that some of the games we cherished might have been manipulated from the start. Federal prosecutors have made it clear more indictments are coming. The investigation is ongoing. More stones will be turned. More names will be revealed. This story is far from over. And as we wait for trials, plea deals, and cooperation agreements, one question haunts us all. How deep does this really go? Subscribe right now because this is only the beginning, and you won't want to miss what comes next when the entire truth finally explodes into the light.